In this episode, I don't really know. I gotta be honest, I don't know. I have an idea, but I don't know. Hey, welcome to the channel. My name's Grant Tommy. This is Straight Six Fan, where I like to focus on budget-minded, relatable, creative builds. A little something I like to call offbeat hot rodding. And today, as you saw on the intro screen, I don't exactly know what I'm going to work on. I mean, I got a couple ideas. We're definitely going to try to make some headway on Project Ford Fairmont in some way, shape, or form. But gotta be honest with you guys, the way work's been going, it's just been so tough to mentally think ahead to the weekend. Not just about what I am going to work on, but getting the right materials to have myself ready to go on Sunday to work. So I've got probably 2 more weeks of this grind at work. Hopefully things can kind of get back to the way they were. Now I did yesterday mail back the water temp gauge back to Jegs to see if I can get an exchange. So that was great. I don't know if you saw on my social media, I kind of tagged them in a post, was asking for a free replacement, and then I learned any Jegs product apparently has a 1-year warranty. So even though I was past that 90-day exchange window, looks like I will be able to get a brand new water temp gauge for free. So that's awesome. But anyway, enough about that. I got 2 things I'm thinking I might do on Project Ford Fairmont today. So of course the oil pressure gauge, I can hook that up. But for some reason, I'm kind of going back to the stress of work. I don't know why. I don't really feel like doing that. I don't know why. I think part of it is I was so set mentally on, I have the confidence to do the water temp gauge. That seems pretty straightforward. The oil pressure gauge, not all that much harder, but I don't know why, I've got a little bit of fear there. I think that's partially why I'm putting that off. But the other part of me, I think I'm going to start prepping my wheels for paint that I bought for the project. You know what, I should give you a budget update for those, but I probably won't do that until I get those wrapped in tires. But, so here's the deal. After I get the gauges done, the next goal after that, I'm going to take the car on a long drive to where I can empty out the gas tank because the fuel gauge still doesn't work. And I think when I bought it, I had a full tank of gas, and so I believe I just need to fix the sending unit. So I want to run it out of gas, basically, to drop the tank. But after I get the fuel gauge working again, it's basically from there on out, it's going to be more performance-oriented stuff we're doing to the car. And so the next on the docket after that, I think, is going to be 5-lug swap. So I want to get started on that. So that's why today I think I'm just going to start prepping my wheels for paint. Again, I don't have the proper things that I really would want in place, so I might give up on that. If all else fails, I've been talking way too long now. Well, probably lost a lot of viewers already. They're bored listening to me talk, but hey, whatever. I'd rather have a sucky episode on YouTube than to just miss this week altogether. So anyway, I'm sure I'm going to get tired of sanding with whatever sanding supplies I have and maybe get through one wheel. Then maybe I'll try the oil pressure gauge. I don't know. I might actually start working on my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be something to the effect of, I'm probably going to give away 3 things for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, because I never did the 500 subscriber giveaway. I never did my 614 subscriber giveaway. And I'll leave a card up here so you guys know kind of the significance of that. But I think I'm just going to do 3 of the same thing and give them out when I hit 1,000. So I might start working on that. But hey, enough of me talking. Let's actually get to work and start doing something. Unless you're kind of a long-time subscriber and you were religiously watching my impromptu Tuesday live streams back in the fall, you don't know about these guys. These are 17 by 7 inch wheels off of like a 07 Dodge Charger, Dodge Magnum. And these are what I'm going to be putting on Project Ford Fairmont when I do my 5-lug swap. I just think these are going to be the right look. So as you can see, the condition of these really range from pretty good shape here and here to pretty medium shape to pretty rough shape. So I'm gonna spend my time obviously starting on that guy. What I haven't decided, and I'll leave this up to you guys, leave a comment below, what do you think? Should I stick with the black look, the satin black look, or I'm actually thinking of doing something more like dark bronze, and especially if I can find a dark bronze that might have a little metallic in it, I think that would look right with the peach flesh tone color scheme of the Project Ford Fairmont. I think maybe even a little bit better than black, and it's kind of my thought there is, you know, this car, these Futuras never were trying to be luxury cars, but they certainly weren't ever trying to be sports cars. Now what they were trying to be was the businessman's car. And so while I do generally like steel wheels that are just straight up satin black, I'm kind of thinking if I could find like a caramely dark bronze with a little metallic in it and get some center cap for these guys, I think it just would fit in great, especially, you know, considering like what's going on in the interior with my plaid seats. I kind of feel like something mocha kind of caramel might be the right look. But leave your opinion below. I'd like to hear from you guys, and we'll see. Maybe that'll influence me some. Maybe I'll ignore it. I don't know. Okay, so look, this isn't a perfect exact science or mock-up or anything, but you get kind of a handle on how these wheels are going to change the look entirely of this car. And I suspect I'm going to have a little more sidewall than what you're seeing in those mock-up photos. Currently what's on the car is like a 205, a 195. And I think I'm going to jump all the way up to a 245. These things are notorious for their back spring sag, so I don't think I'm going to have to do anything to the back. Hopefully at the end of the budget, hopefully I've got some money to buy like some, I can find like lowering springs for Fox bodies for about $40 used on Craigslist. So I'm hoping I have enough saved over I can put some lowering springs up front, but with some better looking meats, low profile tires and 17-inch wheels and the right stance, the transformation on this car is going to go from grandpa car to, hey, I might drive that. But anyway, I'm going to get back to sanding and let's just see how far we get on these. But I'm curious to see your guys' thoughts on the satin black versus the dark bronze. Here they are scuffed up at least once. You know, by and large, I don't know that I necessarily have to take these much further in what they are. I mean, I think I'm going to stop for today just because sometimes taking a step away from them and coming back on another day, your perspective changes. But for today, I'm happy with them. You know, by and large, these were in good shape to begin with. Even the quote-unquote worst ones, you know, still, they cleaned up pretty nice. That I wouldn't be afraid to throw a coat of paint, I think, over these. But again, like I said, I'm going to come back on a second day and rethink that just to be sure I'm good with it. And for now, I'm not doing the back side of these rims. Look, if I was building this for keeps, I'd probably have these sandblasted and powder coated. But I'm not. You know, I'm under the constraints of a budget build. And so I look at this in terms of value. What value would I be getting out of spending more money on the back side of these rims? Yes, it's going to help the finish hold up for a longer period of time because we have some surface rust here on the back that would, you know, eventually probably work its way through, or, you know, especially like through these holes. But, you know, the goal isn't, again, to keep this thing for forever. I will probably look to sell it this summer. So I just don't see, you know, and I guess that all depends. We'll see how far, you know, how far does one can of paint go? Does that cover two wheels, two fronts of wheels? You know, if I have leftover paint, I might start painting the backside. But again, happy with the way they've cleaned up for today. And if the likes of Frank Finelli, Old Car Auto Guy, Scott Speed Shop by now haven't already smiled, yes, I am putting genuine Mopar parts on my Ford. Self-admittedly, I'm one of those hardcore purist guys, but you know, I thought, you know, this really isn't a Mopar part. It's someone's mass producing these and selling them to Mopar, but there you are, stamped on the rim, a little Chrysler logo. But Shame on Chrysler, also made in Brazil. But anyway, no, really, I wanted Crown Vic wheels like this. Originally, that's what I was looking for, but after some research and asking around, these have better offsets for these Fox bodies, so, you know, these were actually easier to come by too than Crown Vic wheels, surprisingly. Everybody wants those Crown Vic wheels. Same 5-on 4.5 bolt pattern, but yeah. Now, I'm gonna switch the camera around here in a second. I got one more thing to throw at you to make the case for painting these black. So, as you might suspect for a 40-year-old car, the fake chrome trim, you know, was just like a little, what do you want to call it, film kind of covering. Like, it's not real chrome, obviously. So, the likes of the logo, of course, it's all flaked off over 40 years. So, you know, and the way this looks as it is, like, it's got me thinking, like, you know what, I kind of am thinking about blacking out the badges anyway. They're already kind of there, just take them one more step further. So, you know, doing something like that, satin black on logos here on the trunk lid, you know, I think we'll just kind of give it that little kind of hint or indicator that, hey, there might be something sinister going on. Just enough to kind of show that this car has a little bit of attitude. Yeah, so that only took me an hour and a half, so I guess with the extra time, since, you know, I usually have till 4, I suppose I should pony up and grow some cojones and actually just try to look for that oil sending unit under the hood and see if I can't get a little further on that. Maybe I'll get that gauge hooked up here after all, but yeah, happy with this for today. You know, again, we'll look at it with fresh eyes and see how I feel. But yeah, let's see what I can figure out under the hood. All right, so the old friction arm coming in handy. I'm going to use my Canon here for the sound quality and the microphone, but I'm going to use this to show you what I want to show you. My phone here, that footage. So, got the new shop light bought last week. So, one second, let's turn this around at me. And so, let's use the audio from Canon. And okay, so help me out here, guys. Everything I've read says oil sending unit is just near the oil filter. From what I can tell, I think it's, and then from what I've read too, they say to use a T-fitting, because I'm thinking this wire that I'm tugging on, where it ends up that way, I hope you can see it at the very top of your screen. You see that little right angle plug? Is that the oil sending unit? Is this my dummy light? I did unplug it. I mean, it looks very oily around there. So help me out again. I'm, I guess, total noob here. So, is that my oil sending unit? Is that what I'd want to put a T-fitting on? Well, that doesn't make sense because this is like an electric connector. I don't know. I'm confused. So, point is, small block Ford. If you guys have any better descriptors as to where it is. So again, the old friction arm, very helpful. Hopefully you could tell what I was trying to point out to you there. But hey, while you're here, while I've got you, just a quick reminder on a couple things. First off, Tube 66. If you don't know what that is, link in the description up here. I want to hear you guys' feedback. Please comment over on that video, preferences. I've got some questions over there. If you want to go on this journey with me in June, late June, I want feedback. We're only discussing day 1 on that video. Again, my goal is to do like a video once a month for that trip to kind of give you guys updates. So there's reminder number 1. Reminder number 2, if you haven't been able to join in one of our Thursday live streams, subscriber hangouts with myself and Old Car Auto Guy, his channel up over in that area. There's a card there. If you don't know who his channel is, check his channel out for sure. But he and I, we go back and forth every other week as to who hosts the live stream, but we're both co-hosts on the show. It's kind of a, again, it's sort of podcast format. It's just a 30-minute show, 30-minute hangout. It's a great place to learn about more or new or just automotive channels that you don't know about, because we all follow different people, and so that's one of the reasons we do it. Help not only Jason and myself grow, but anybody who's in that show, we like to help them out as well with some of our tips and tricks. Maybe you guys can avoid some of the mistakes Jason and I have made up to this point. So again, that is on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you're already subscribed to my channel, just go through my videos. You should see it as an event. You can set the reminder as well. But I think, for the most part, that's this episode. So let's do some final closeouts. Okay, so we will finish this episode off sort of the way we started it. I'll give you a little Mr. Rogers bit too. But, you know, I don't like doing episodes like this where all I do is talk and have very little action shots. But, you know, as stated before, I'd rather have a bad episode than no episode. That way YouTube knows I'm being regular for the old algorithm, Mr. Algorithm. But also, it's just, you know, life kind of dictated this episode. Again, I just can't keep in front of myself this project. Unfortunately, it's not the biggest priority in my life right now because of the stress at work. But again, that should be over in 2 weeks. So, but hey, if you want a straight 6-fan Pistons tee, there's a link in the description below to my Spreadshirt store. You can pick yourself up one of those. Please like, comment, subscribe, or share this video. I don't really care which one you do, just please do one. But that'll do it for this episode. Until next time, peace out.